Okay, we are doing a recording here. This is going to be our recap from our kickoff sales manager meeting last night for preferred vendor group for PG. So just to start this out, I'm sending this out to everybody because we had a number of people that obviously could not be at our meeting, which is okay. We're just getting rolling. We're just getting started. We're just getting our feet wet. But I have to say, I am excited. The quality of people that we have on our team, I'm excited. Everybody has great ideas. Everybody has great synergy. Everybody has a great personality. This is going to be fun. And so I'm very, very excited. As I mentioned last night in our meeting, that we are not even ground floor yet. We're in the basement. Some of you have already heard me say this, so which is okay because when we're here, this is the place to make all our mistakes. This is the place to do our trial and error. This is the place that we can take our time and really just get things going and get things started. Obviously, we need sales. We do. We need sales because without any sales, we can't do anything. So my plan, as I mentioned last night in our meeting, is in about 90 days, maybe even sooner, but about 90 days, I'm going to plan on opening up an office, which will be pretty close to all of our areas. It might be Hastings, it might be Charlotte. I'm not sure yet. Might be South Lansing, but we'll see. Um, Depends on where we get a good deal, right? So, but in any event, we are planning on doing that because on the back end, which is what I'm doing, is graphics, data entry, uh, PNG filing. Then we have PHP data management software, which we're going to be setting up for the whole back end of the business, which is record keeping, data, and everything. It's amazing software. That is going to take us probably close to a year to have completely set up. But in the meantime, our focus is going to be to get all of the different states set up. And so what that means is that we have 3,280 communities that have to get set up with all the different categories. And that is a massive undertaking. And we need more people to do that actually. And we will, as now the sales start coming in, we'll just hire more data entry. I have about 3 data entry people that are fantastic that are on call that will be helping us. So as I said, as the sales start coming in, then we'll start adding more data entry. We're going to add more graphics as well. And all of that is to run the back end. And we need to do that in an office environment. We need to do that in office setting. It's kind of an 8 or 9 to 5 type of a job, but we need to do that because then we can keep control of what's getting done on the back end. It's really hard to do that when you do it remote because unfortunately with remote, there's very little supervision. And with what we're working on, we need to have a lot of supervision to just make sure that things are getting done correctly. And it's a big job. It's a big undertaking. So we'll be setting some goals to do that. The graphics, keeping up with the ad sales that are coming in. People will need ads created for them. We can do that. We're offering to do that free of charge because in all honesty, we can do it in about 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't take long to create an ad for somebody's business and then get it posted. So we could pretty much do that for free. So other than that, very, very excited about where we're at, where we're going, what we're launching. I also talked last night in our meeting about where we're going initially for this year. If we can get all the states done, which I believe we can, certainly over the next few months, as sales come in, once again, that's another thing that we'll be doing is the programming of all the different states to get them done, get all the individual community pages live. And as we do that, then our next goal is to start breaking up all the states. We right now have about 7 or 8, probably we'll end up, I think, with between 7 and 8 people that will be our salespeople starting out, and then gradually move into sales management positions. And that is going to be very exciting. And I shared that last night, and I'll show that to you in just a second. But the sales management position is going to be fun because each person that is our sales manager, if you're getting this link, you're a salesperson slash sales manager, will be in charge of between 6 and 7 states, and 6 or 7 states with an average of 2 to 3 salespeople, each doing a little over between 1 and 1.3 million in sales, managing about 33 communities. So let me repeat that. At the state level, we'll have all of the states are broken down. We'll probably have between 2 and 3 salespeople per state. Some states a little bit more, like California, Texas, Florida, may have more salespeople. Each person will be managing or in charge of about 30 to 33 communities, doing about 1 to 1 million in sales. A salesperson just on that level, on that layer of our business, probably will have somewhere around between 250 and 300,000 a year in sales and income. So it's a very good sales opportunity for the right people. So let me do a quick share screen with you, and I'm going to show you what are a couple things that we talked about last night at our meeting. One of the things that we are doing, which is actually this week, this is a flyer that we just printed out, and we have 10,000 of these going into Hastings, Lowell, Ionia markets. That's going inserted into the reminder that is printed right out of Hastings. We will be doing this probably every 3 to 4 months in every community. So let me repeat that. As we're selling and we're developing these communities, and we get probably 30, 40 advertisers in there, we're going to do a blast. We'll get another 30 or 40 advertisers, we'll do another blast. And we get another 30 or 40 advertisers, we'll do another blast until the community starts to, we'll be able to track the traffic as far as that's going to the local community sites. But we'll be doing this kind of advertising. On the back, we have room. This is yours truly because, yeah, I'm a broker, a real estate broker for 32 years. But on the back, we have room that we can put an advertiser there. If you're talking to an advertiser and you say, hey, look at, this is one of the many things that we do to promote the site, because what's the number one question that people are going to ask is, what are you doing to drive traffic here so people will find me? And I'll get into that in a second, but this is one of them right here. You can show them in real life time a mailer, or excuse me, an insert that just went into one of the shoppers. And then you can let them know, by the way, Bob, if you're interested, we sell the back. It's actually available. So you can get a double whammy out of this if you want. It's like $200 to have the back, and you're going into between 5 and 10,000 homes. So it's a little bit more for 10,000 homes, but it's still a screaming deal. So then from there, we want to move to, I have to go down to, here we go. What we decided to do is, and this is not exact, we've already got some really good input from last night's meeting. We might have to shift a few things around here to make it work for everybody. We have 10 zones in Michigan right now. And that does not include all of our different markets that we have programmed, but this is just a pretty good idea. We put this together pretty quickly just to get people talking and saying, okay, what zone would you like to work, or what area would you like to work for our business? Now, what we're doing is Michigan is going to be our neutral zone or neutral state. This is what Michigan is all done. Michigan's all programmed. We have all the different major communities done in Michigan. So we can start right here in Michigan, and each person will have their own zone, their own market, their own communities, and that will last a while. And so we can work on those communities as far as generating sales and starting to get the ball rolling. Whether you make 1 sale a day or 4 or 5 sales a week, right now that's not as important as when we move down the road. So if you, and I'm gonna, and I believe I sent this out to everybody, but you can double check your email. I may send it out again. If there's a market area on here that makes sense for you, um, let me know. Now, we have some people that have already spoken up and said that they have a couple markets that they would like that we'll work on that. So I'm going to send an email out that will have where we're currently at with this. And then whatever's left, we can just kind of start moving people into different zones. At this point, I don't think it's going to really matter because at the end of the day, you're going to have your own territory of 6 or 7 states. But this is where we'll start. We're going to make Michigan our zone. Another question that came up is, okay, so when I make sales here, will I be able to keep these sales? Yes, you will, because when you have your zone, that's yours. That's your market. You'll have the repeat income, the repeat business from that. And then as we move into the other states, that won't change. So let me go back to this. One more thing. We have, and this is hopefully going to get you excited. This is our menu business right here. And as you can see, we do tons of menus for restaurants. This is just an example of one menu. And then we sell the restaurant gets 5,000 of these free menus. And then we sell the ads on the bottom. And so this is kind of what it looks like. They get 3 on the front and 3 on the back, and those are all advertisers. The restaurants get the free menu. The point to this is that once we're ready and we have all the states finished and broken down into territories, and you have your territory, you will have dozens and dozens of salespeople that are already doing this menu business that will become part of your team that you can now go back to and say, hey, I know you've been doing the menu business. I'd like to have you take a look at our PVG opportunity and see if there's a way that we can work that into your client base. Now you have all these advertisers, you have all these restaurants that are getting free menus. It should be a pretty natural transition, not to go from the menu business and cut that out. We want to keep that going. But now these salespeople can also add the PVG right in as a natural fit. Not every menu rep is going to want to do it, but many will. And so it'll be a nice jump start for us as far as getting some of the territories going. So I wanted to share that with you. We did that last night. I'm going to do stop sharing here. So pretty exciting. And that is where we're at right now. So I just wanted to do a kind of a real quick recap. I am going to send an email out later today with some of this information, some attachments, and also everybody's contact information. And then we will go from there. So there's our 12-minute recap. And thanks, guys. And I appreciate you for being on board with us. I believe in not this coming week, but the week after, we'll do another team meeting, virtual, just to kind of start getting people moving and start working on collaborating and getting sales going. So last night was kind of fun just for everybody to kind of just to have a meet and greet and get to know each other. So guys, we'll talk soon. Thanks.